Hello there. This is an astrological forecast for Leo for October of 2013 and also applies if you have a Leo ascendant. So my dear Leos, this month you've got Mars in your first house, in your sign, for the first 2 weeks of the month. So this should really be giving you an energy boost. It's really a good time for getting a lot done, a lot accomplished. You really can motor forward. It's like having a turbocharge in your energies. Now we've got this grand square happening because we've got on November the 1st we're coming up for a very strong square between Pluto and Uranus. It comes exact. We're going through these series of squares until 2015, and that's why so many things are breaking down and we're wondering how to deal with so much change. For you, what's happening this month, this grand cross that's happening in the heavens, is we've got the square between Pluto and Uranus going on, which has been going on for quite some time, which has been a lot of changes happening with your work, your career area, and for many of you, your health and your well-being has been affected, or if not that, maybe your psychological well-being. So we've got a lot going on here, and especially because on the 5th of the month we've got the Sun already in your 3rd house, but we have a new moon in Libra on the 5th of the month, and it's a powerful new moon because it's activating this whole grand cross. Time and again we're getting these very powerful energies. For you, Leo, though, Libra is a complementary sign to you. You're a fire sign, Libra is an air sign. Fire and air, they combust, they get very excited together. So I think what's going to happen for you at this new moon from the 5th is going to be lots of ideas. This should be a wonderful time for coming up with creative ideas, for networking, for connecting with people, for connecting with new people, for maybe doing some speeches, some talking, some teaching. It's great for speaking, for learning. And then we've got this all going on with Uranus, your whole belief system, your thinking, your thoughts. You're probably feeling overwhelmed with so many different things you've got to think about. So if ever there was a time to make that extra effort, to meditate, to breathe, to be quiet, but to have that awareness, then you're going to be much more effective. And the new moon could well bring some new people, some new interesting networks of people into your life. So make sure, really, Leos, especially for the first 2 weeks of the month, that you're out there so that you can experience all this new input that I'm seeing for you. Got a lot going on in this 4th house. Many of you are either moving home, thinking of moving home, with Venus there in this 4th house for the first week of the month. This is a nice time to do something at home. Maybe just relax at home, take a day off, relax. It might be rearranging the furniture, organising yourself differently so that you have something that's more functional. With Saturn there, it likes to structure things so things are very efficient. So it will be a good time to do that during the first week of the month. And also a very good time until the 21st of the month for talking with people that you're close to, for having heart-to-heart conversations. This would also be a very good time to open up a subject maybe that you haven't wanted to open up, but good time to do it. And if you're going to sign contracts and do anything connected with a house or real estate, because this is all your 4th house here, try to do it before the 21st of the month, because on the 21st of the month Mercury goes retrograde. But I'll come to that in a moment. So this Venus on the 8th of the month moves into your 5th house of romance. Could be a new romance from the 8th of the month onwards. It's also very good for new business. It also is good for a bit of a flutter, for those of you want to take a little bit of a risk. There's nothing really impeding you from doing that, but just keep it small. Don't go over the top with it. But this Mars energy with the Mars in your sign and the Venus there making this lovely fire energy, particularly the second week of the month, you may well be tempted to take a risk, to maybe do something sporty that you've not done before. The fifth house would rule any kind of sporty endeavours. Also a lovely time for doing something with children, younger people. Now, on the 15th of October, Mars moves out of your sign, but it moves into your second house of money and finance. Leos, wonderful time for energizing your finances, for doing something that can create extra income, for pushing yourself forward, for promoting yourself, coming up with new ideas for a new campaign, getting yourself out there more. This is a wonderful time for that. I mean, it's a real bonus and it should really boost your finances. Now, on the 18th of October, we've had the new moon in your third house. We get the full moon opposite that new moon in Aries in your ninth house. So very much this month there's going to be, and it's a lunar eclipse as well, so this lunar eclipse is in effect for a good 6 months afterwards. So on the 18th we have this lunar eclipse shining a light on anything connected with learning, further study. It would also enhance anything connected with anything religious or anything that involves your spiritual or metaphysical growth. This may be a time to indeed write that book, to get that message out. It's also going to ignite a desire for travel, for meeting people, different cultures, connecting, maybe working and traveling, maybe a spiritual retreat for you during this next 6-month period. But it's certainly an awakening to the beliefs that haven't been working for you anymore and creating new ones. You'll have an opportunity to create some new, more supportive beliefs that will help you get to where you want to be in life. As I said earlier, Mercury goes retrograde on the 21st of October until the 10th of November. It's a wonderful time here for deep reflection, especially with it being in your fourth house, for really thinking deeply about your security for the future, how you can feel secure. It's a good time for getting to the bottom of something. It's in Scorpio, and Scorpio is ever the detective. So really getting to the bottom of something that's been a bit of a mystery. You might find something out about your family or somebody close to you. Maybe a secret is shared, or maybe you share a secret. And on the 23rd of October, the Sun moves into your fourth house, joining Mercury there. Now, remember, Mercury, once it goes retrograde, I would try to avoid any important documents concerning real estate, if you can help it. If you can't and something has to be done, then fine. And remember, anything that's been in the preparation of doing beforehand, and it can well complete during Mercury retrograde. So don't be worried if there's something like an important contract. Do make sure you read through it several times. In fact, get another pair of eyes to read over it before you sign, just to check that you've not missed anything. Because all that Mercury retrograde will do is it could make you repeat something, and it's annoying to have to do that. But with the Sun joining it for the last week of the month, this still shines a light on your home, your family, doing something enjoyable that just gives you that feeling, this is my sanctuary. This is where I can relax. Because I do know, Leos, your headspace is brimming full. So you need to find ways to download it, offload it, go in nature, be by water, something, so that you can create some space. Because this Mars energy, you're going to feel as though, I want to do a lot, I want to accomplish a lot. You're a fire sign, you like to do things. Make sure you don't take too much on, because with the Pluto in the 6th house of health, you might be pulled up short. Keep it in balance, you'll be just fine. There you have it. I wish you a great month. Thank you to those of you who subscribe, comment. I love hearing from you. Thank you very much. Bye for now.